Hello. Happy birthday all week long. This is one of our favorite stories, Liza Lou. But be careful. It is quite scary. It has swamp haunts and ghosts, and it even has a witch. Are you ready? Liza Lou is written by Mercer Mayer. It's one of our favorites. Are you ready? One fine day, Liza Lou's mama said, "Apple Dumpling, I want you to take this here tote bag full of sweet potatoes over to Gamma's house and cook 'em up for her. She's feeling a mite poorly. But mind you be especially careful when you cross that yellow belly swamp." "I will, Mama," said Liza Lou, as she set off down along the old swamp road. She'd heard tell all about the good-for-nothing swamp haunt thereabouts who snatched away small children. And no sooner did she come to an old abandoned shed than she heard a terrible moaning and a howling. "Oh, look at that scary swamp haunt. Show me your scared face." Sure enough, out of a broken window jumped a pale, nasty swamp haunt. "Liza Lou," that swamp haunt moaned, "I'm gonna snatch you away." "Oh, Mr. Swamp Haunt," cried Liza Lou, "snatch me away if you must. But please, oh please, don't snatch away my here tote bag full of these sweet potatoes." Now, Swamp Haunt may be good at snatching, but he's none too good at catching on. And lickety-split, he snatched that tote bag right out of Liza Lou's hand. "Oh, no," cried Liza Lou. "Whatever you do, don't carry those sweet potatoes over to Gamma's house. And please, oh, please, don't cook them up in a pan." I think she's tricking him. But before you could say, "Yellow belly, cottonmouth, possum up a tree, you can catch a swamp fever, but you can't catch me," that good-for-nothing swamp haunt, he ran clear through the swamp to Grandma's house just so he could cook up them sweet potatoes and make Liza Lou miserable. Look at her. What's she doing? Do you see her? She says, "Ah!" She got him good, huh? See him? He's saying, but she got him, huh? Do you see the frog? Now, Grandma loved fresh cooked sweet potatoes, but she sure didn't like any good-for-nothing swamp haunt messing around her kitchen. So before she sat down to eat 1, 2, 3, she picked up the steel-hot frying pan and shoot him right out the door. By that time, Liza Lou was safe at home having a fine sweet potato dinner with her mama. Do you see the granny? She got him right on the head. She bonked him. Bonk. Now, the very next morning, Liza Lou's mama said, "Sugar Plum, I want you to pole across that swamp and take these here huckleberry muffins over to your Auntie Jane. But mind you hurry over, 'cause there's no sense dilly-dallying in that yellow belly swamp." Liza Lou did as she was told. No dillying under a bobcat, no dallying by the cottonmouth, and not a bit of dilly-dallying alongside the alligator. And by, she came to Auntie Jane's. "Do you see that crocodile? Oh, look at his big teeth. Ooh, better not dilly-dally around the crocodile, huh?" Now, after a nice, tasty lunch of black-eyed peas with huckleberry muffins for dessert, and now I wonder, where do they get huckleberries in the swamp? But anyway, it was time to pole back home. "Liza Lou," said Auntie Jane, "if you will take this here soiled Sunday go-to-meeting finery and boil it up and scrub it all real clean for me by next Friday, I'll bake you a pecan pie of your very own." I'd do anything for pecan pie. But you get on home real quick now so you won't be out in that yellow belly swamp after dark. Liza Lou didn't have to be told twice. What do you see? Do you see that? Oh, she knew all about the wicked swamp witch lurking out there in the reeds. If ever she caught you, ooh, there's no telling what she'd do. Do you see that witch hiding? Uh-oh. Liza Lou pulled round a big clump of cattails. Then a gnarled hand reached out and grabbed her. Liza Lou, that swamp witch cackled. I'm going to boil you in a big pot of water, and then I'm going to chew on your bones. Oh, Miss Swamp Witch, cried Liza Lou, boil me in your big pot of water if you must, and chew on my bones just as much as you like. But please, oh please, don't boil up this precious little child I got cradled in my arms. Now, everybody knows that a swamp witch is meaner than a stomped-on polecat, but not everybody knows that she's blinder than a cave bat. See? Does she really have a child in there? Quicker than a blink, that old witch, she grabbed up the bundle of soil, go to meat and finery, and she pitched it up in the boiling water, and she snickered as she stirred and stirred. But just because a swamp witch can't see worth a toot doesn't mean she can't sniff out a lie. "Ooh, I don't smell no little child a-cooking in this pot," she said suspiciously. "Why, Miss Swamp Witch," said Liza Lou, sweet as syrup, "then maybe you should smell a little closer." So the witch leaned way over the pot, and she sniffed, and she sniffed. "Ain't no little child in this pot at all," growled the witch. But before you could say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on a double, if you mess around me, it's a mess of trouble, Liza Lou, she pushed that old swamp watch splat right into the pot of boiling water. And with a hoot and a holler, the witch leapt right back out again and skedaddled into the swamp. Yahoo! A screeching with all her might. After a while, that Sunday soil go-to-meeting finery was boiled all nice and clean. So Liza Lou fished it out and went on home. And when Friday came, her Auntie Jane baked her a pecan pie of her very own, which Liza Lou, of course, shared with her mama. Do you see? She pushed her in the pot. Look at her saying, "Yahoo!" She's running, huh? Ouch. Do you see the crocodile? Oh, Liza Lou's pretty clever. "Honey child," Liza Lou's mama said one sparkly afternoon, "take this here wagon load of junk and pitch it in the dump. But mind you watch your P's and Q's down by that Yellow Belly Swamp Bridge." Now, Liza Lou, she took good advice when she got it, because she'd been warned about the slithery gobbledygook. Do you see him living under the old swamp bridge? If ever he heard anyone crossing up, he slithered up and gobbled up that person for his dinner. No sooner had Liza Lou crossed that rickety old bridge than, sure enough, the gobbledygook crept up right out of the mucky goo and said, My, here comes dinner." "Why, whatever can you mean by that, Mr. Gobbledygook?" said Liza Lou, just as bold as brass. "Well, that means I'm going to gobble you up right here and now." "There he comes. Is he going to get her? Or is she too smart for that gobbledygook? Let's see." "Oh, well, that does make me feel better," said Liza Lou. "Gobble me up if you must. Go right on ahead. But please, please don't gobble up this here valuable treasure I got a trucking in my wagon." Now, Gobbledygook, he doesn't know what treasure is and what treasure isn't. He just likes to gobble. So he says greedily, "Is that treasure any good for gobbling?" "Nobody gobbles treasure," said Liza Lou. "Everyone saves it." "Child," says that gobbledygook, "don't you tell me what to do, because I gobbles up anything I like. And the first thing I'm going to gobble up is that there treasure." And he commenced to gobble the whole wagon load of junk. And when he was done, he turned to Liza Lou. "Now I'm going to gobble you up." But try as he might, he couldn't even stand. He had gobbled up far too much junk. Oh, and that rickety old swamp bridge began to creak and sway. And before you could say, "Catch a turtle, catch a snake, catch a little froggy," if you throw cornbread down the well, it's going to get real soggy. That slithery gobbledygook sank, glub, glub, right back into the mucky goo where he belonged. Do you see him? He's sinking. He sunk, glub, glub. Do you see the possum? He is laughing, isn't he? Do you see him laughing? He thought that was pretty funny, huh? Well, thought Liza Lou as she drove her mama's empty wagon back home, that bridge never was too safe anyhow. Bright and early the very next day, Liza Lou's mama said, "Hush, puppy, I want you to take this jug of blackstrap molasses over to the parson's wife, so she's and the parson can have some with their breakfast hotcakes. But mind you be most particular when you cross that old well at the far side of the Yellow Belly swamp." "I will, mama," said Liza Lou, because she knew all about the sly old swamp devil that lived at the bottom of the well. And if ever he caught anyone passing by, well, he'd jump down inside his ear and stole his soul away. Uh-oh, I see him. Do you see him? Oh, he's big, huh? Let's see what happens. When Liza Lou got to the old well, sure enough, there sat that swamp devil just waiting for her. "Liza Lou," he said, "I'm going to jump down inside your ear and steal your soul away." Now, a swamp devil, he's mighty tricky, so Liza Lou knew she better do some pretty fancy thinking. "Oh, Mr. Swamp Devil," she said, "I sure am glad to hear that. I thought you might try to steal away the soul I'm keeping safe inside this jug." "Now, what do I want with just any old soul?" the devil grinned. "It's yours I want, Liza Lou." "Oh, thank goodness," sighed Liza Lou, "because it's the parson's soul I got inside my jug, and it would be just awful if ever you stole that. Do you see the jug?" "What's in the jug? Do you remember?" "There's no soul in there, is there? It's syrup." Is she going to trick the devil, or is he too smart? Of course, there's nothing in the whole wide world the sly old swamp devil likes more than a parson's soul. "Open up that jug, child," he wheedled, "and you just let me see that parson's soul." Well, Liza Lou let him take a peek. "I don't see nothing down there except molasses," sneered the swamp devil. "Oh, I'm glad enough of that," said Liza Lou. "I was afraid you might want to jump inside and get a better look." "Why, that's exactly what I'm going to do," said the sly old swamp devil. And before you could say cats are sneaky and a fox is sly, but the devil's best friend is a blue-bottle fly, that swamp devil, he turned himself right into a fly and buzzed bzz, right down inside the jug. "There ain't nothing down here at all," hollered up the devil. "Oh, yes, there is, Mr. Swamp Devil," said Liza Lou. "You are." And with that, she pushed the cork on real tight to the jug. Did she trap him? I think she caught him inside the jug, didn't she? She tricked him. Then Liza Lou delivered a jug just as her mama had told her, and the parson and his wife sat right down to enjoy a nice breakfast of hotcakes and black molasses. The parson's wife poured some over her hotcakes. "Why," she said, "there's a fly stuck in this molasses." "Well, my sweet," said the parson, "why don't you just swat it?" And that's exactly what she did. She squished him. Oh, that's funny. She got him. Now, as for Liza Lou, she skipped all the way back home to her mama. And you know, from that day to this, no one has ever seen hide nor hair of devils, gobbledygooks, witches, or swamp aunts in the Yellow Belly Swamp. And no one misses them either. Isn't that funny? There she goes skipping. Do you see the alligator? Here's a little bug. Where's the possum? Can you find? Oh, there's the possum. Do you see him? And do you see the little coon and the owl? Liza Lou's pretty smart, huh? That's a favorite book. What should we read tomorrow? I guess you'll just have to wait and see. Have a great day. Bye.